to do the reverse to Odell Beckham Jr. for the touchdown to seal it, that to me was big. Yeah, that team could have got frustrated and just fell apart, and they fought through it and found a way to win.
Yeah, I don't think these are the same old Browns anymore.
No, there's something different. There's something different. And they're built really well to the style that they're playing to right now.
And for the Cowboys, so they've got a lot to figure out. Kevin Stefanski's group going to be 3-1 and win 3 in a row. And one more knee will do it. The Cowboys going to fall to 1-3 under Mike McCarthy. What a win for the Browns. Again, it got a little dicey, but they held on, and a 49-38 outcome here in Arlington. We'll be back, wrap it up here, and a big Browns win over the Cowboys.
My company was developing AI, and they got away from it. They want one thing, to get rid of us.
Oh, man. Some stats. Wow. There we go. All right, guys. Yeah, Robert. Yeah. Well, that's one of those. Well, like back to the drawing board, man, with this team. You know what I'm curious about, though? You know what I wonder? I wonder, there's going to be some asshole fan out there, some jabroni in the comment section that's going to blame Dak for this game. Cleveland having 49 points. They're going to blame Dak. Yep. That's what they're going to do. Yeah. They're going to blame Dak. They're going to be like, oh, it's Dak's fault. Dak's the reason why we lost this game. We scored 24 points and we scored 14 in the first quarter. They scored 7. The second quarter killed us. That's what won the game. The second quarter is what won the game for the Cleveland Browns. Congratulations to them. They beat us. They knew how to beat us. They beat us. They won. Like Bill Laimbeer said back in, when the Bulls swept the Pistons, when the Chicago Bulls finally swept the Pistons back in the day, the only thing Bill Laimbeer said was, they won. They won. They won. They won. So that's all I'm going to give them. They won. You won. So good job. God bless him. Good job. This is another game. I believe if we would have played like we played in the second half, the second and third quarters are what killed us. We were MIA in the second and third quarters. We didn't score any points. We didn't even get in field goal range in the second quarter or the third quarter. They scored 24 points, and all this is Dak's fault. They scored 7 points in the first quarter, 24 points I'm thinking like the ignorant Cowboy fan. This is all Dak Prescott's fault. They scored 7 points in the first, 24 points in the second quarter, third in the 10 in the third quarter, 8 in the fourth quarter. All that's Dak fault. Now, if we'd have been playing like we were playing earlier, I believe, on both sides of the ball, defensively as well, this could have been a reachable game. Winnable game. We scored 24 points in the fourth quarter. Where was that in the first half? Where was that in the second and third quarter? Blows my mind. We have some identity searching this week. This is why I don't watch press conferences anymore. I told y'all that at the end of training camp. I'm no longer watching press conferences. I don't give a damn. I like to see progress on the field. You can talk a big game. If my car breaks down, you can say, oh, man, you know what? I can fix that. I can fix it and have you going, have you up on the road as soon as possible, ASAP. But you talk that game when you fix my car and I'm up the road ASAP. You get what I'm saying? So I don't watch press conferences anymore. Let's go over the stats real quick. I hate to do this, but I got to, let's do the Cleveland Browns real quick first. Baker Mayfield, 19 for 30, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Average, not really a good game. All their stats came from the running game. They had Deonis Johnson, 2 attempts for 95 yards, 7.3 average. 7.3 average. That's not good for our defense because we don't have one. Odell Beckham, the wide receiver, 2 attempts for 73 yards. Rushing, guys. Rushing, 1 touchdown, 36.5 average. Kareem Hunt, 11 attempts for 71 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.5 average. Nick Chubb, 6 attempts for 43 yards, 7 point. Anyway, they killed us in the run game. Our run defense is trash. Our pass defense is trash. Receiving didn't do too well. Odell Beckham had 5 for 81, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty much good enough, Everybody else had 48, 37, 34, yada, yada, yada. Cowboys stats real quick. Since it was Dak Prescott's fault. Dak Prescott is trash. Hey, appreciate the super chat, Scott. Let's see. The one chance we had, the defense didn't stop. Yeah, that's pretty much the story of the season. The 4 games that we played, our defense hasn't just been there. They're the reason why we lost this game. Dwayne, what's up, big dog? This team just sucks. Yeah, we, like I just said, we got some identity searching, man, to do the next few weeks. So I guess it's a work in progress. I don't know. I don't even know how to feel right now. But let me go over these stats real quick. Since the loss is Dak Prescott's fault, to y'all, to the Cowboy fans out there, Dak Prescott, 41 for 58, 500. Shango's a smart guy. He really is. And I mean that, every bit of it. He's a really smart guy. Shango is a really smart guy. He's the reason why years and years and years ago, he's the reason why I started this channel, my diehardness, as well, but he's part of the reason. I'm like, hell, he can do it. Good dude, great dude. He said that the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott was going to have over 500 yards passing when we were losing. And at the time, I was like, I could see that happening. I wasn't sure about it, but I'm like, I could see that happening, And look, 502 yards. I mean, Dak Prescott almost literally brought us. Well, he did bring us back in this game. He did, single-handedly. And it's amazing. It's amazing how people can talk so bad about Dak and, get Dak out of here, this and this and this and that. How many yards does Zeke have? Let's see. Zeke, the guy that held out. Remember that? One of our highest paid guys on the team. The guy that held out, went to Cabo and all that shit, held out, had a legal dispute at first before that. Y'all remember all that? 12 attempts for 54 yards, no touchdowns. I think he had some passing. He had 8 for 71. He did his share, but he wasn't that Zeke. I thought our line blocked exceptionally well today. I thought at times they, the strip sack and all that stuff, but I thought they did better than last week, for sure. Beardis needs to remain the starter at center. They need to keep him in there. I don't know if Tyron Smith, it looks like his presence just kind of made a difference. Gave Dak the time that he gave Dak the time that he needed. But it was just too little, too late at the end. The second and third quarter really hurt us, not scoring at all. So you can blame it on offense and defense. They both sucked second and third quarter. Not scoring in 2 quarters really, really hurts you. It really does. We kind of need that. But I get all the negative comments about Dak Prescott, and nobody's talking about Zeke. It's all about who. I'm beginning to think, and I knew this, but I'm going ahead and say it. I've been wanting to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I think it's the fact that a lot of people just don't like Dak Prescott personally. It's a personal issue. So they want to bring up things and say things, and when he messes up, then I was right. See, get rid of Dak. What about Zeke? He didn't do a damn thing. Barely did a damn thing on the game. He didn't score on the. He did okay, but really, it blows my mind. Cowboy fans blow my mind sometimes. But yeah, man, our defense, it sucks. It sucks. Space Cowboys patiently waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and get him in here. There's no need to yell or scream or anything because I saw this coming yesterday. I thought we had a run. I thought we were gonna come back, but that onside kick was horrible. It was horrible. I thought they should have just went ahead and kicked a normal kick, at least a pooch kick, But I guess they decided they were feeling lucky, feeling hot. We get up the field twice and scored and within 2 points, So I guess they felt that, hey, we can get lucky and get an onside kick, get the ball back, get in field goal range again and win the game or score, But it is what it is. I'm not sure if I can totally blame. We all know it's poor execution. On the defense. I'm beginning to think it's coaching as well. Maybe it's injuries. Maybe Sean Lee being out and guys having to step up. I'm starting to wonder about Jalen Smith. I've always had in the back of my mind about Jalen Smith, though. I thought he was a little overrated. But the denial in me wanted to believe that Jalen Smith was a great linebacker. And he's always trailing. He's always, chasing. He's always on the chase. He's never there to stop somebody. He's always on the chase. And every time you look at Jalen Smith and somebody's running the field, he's trailing behind. Look at the Odell Beckham play. They came out that last play that put a nail in the coffin. That triple, quadruple reverse, whatever it was. And Alden Smith missed that. He had him in the backfield. Alligator arms. He missed him. That could have been a good stop that we needed, and we probably could have won the game if he could have got back there. He read the play and everything. He just misjudged it. I don't know. Alligator arms, but it is what it is, man. Let me go ahead and bring Space Cowboy up in here, man, and see what he has to get another point of view, Because 1980 ain't always right. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I'm going to say things out of anger. I'm going to say things out of excitement. So, I did watch the game, and I saw what I saw. So we're going to analyze what we just seen. So if your feelings going to get hurt, I suggest you move around. Because we're going to talk about damn it, let me bring them in here. We're going to talk about what we just witnessed. And if you don't want to hang around that, I get it. I totally get it. If you're going to get your feelings hurt, this ain't for the weak at heart. So We're going to bring up some things that this team needs to work on because what we do again, we lost. You get what I'm saying? So even if we would have came back and won this game, I would have still been talking shit about what we did wrong. So, it is what it is. Let me bring him up in here, guys. Lord. Sean Lee is ass. Yeah, he need to retire. I said he need to retire, man. Defense. What's up, Cowboy fan 1977? Everybody, man. Hey, I got shout out to my people. Garza, Caldwell, Derek, Gerald. Yeah. Here we go. Well, I can't get him. Mark Scott, let me see what. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Mark Scott, $10 super chat. Hey, I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Even though I don't like the Cowboys, sir, you are in class whether the Cowboys win or lose. Yeah, I'm telling you. But you know what, Scott? You know what, Mark? A lot of the Cowboy fans, dog, they don't like when I tell the truth about the Cowboys. They don't like that shit because they probably never played the game before. And they don't understand that even if you do good, I still got to point out the bad. Because the next team down the line, who we play next, they're gonna watch this game. They're gonna watch this game, and they're gonna, just like the Cleveland Browns watched us against the Seahawks, and they did screen passes and stuff like that. And they attacked us, and they knew how to attack us. So it is what it is, man. I just do what I got to do, man. I ain't the best. I ain't trying to be the best. I just speak the facts. Space Cowboy, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to fix up the stream on my end, but looks like I'm gonna have to not stream on my end, so we'll just do it right here. So,
hey, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Damn, this is I don't know what to say, man. I have a couple thoughts, but after 4 games, I think I know where this team is, and I don't know.
Can we blame Dak?
No, you can't. I'm sorry, but
somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. So be ready.
Okay, so probably after the 4 weeks I've seen, I think the biggest issue is that this team is not good, and not good it's good in some parts, but not good in other parts. The offense I like. I just think that the problem. Well, it's not just this, but there are multiple issues. I want to just go through each thing. Dak Prescott's been playing very well. I understand people will say, well, he has garbage time stats and stuff like that, but still he's trying to catch, he's the only offense we've really had this entire season. And that's true. As for the running back with Zeke, I think the problem is that they're not using him how I would like them to use him, if that makes any sense. I would like to see him, get a bit more touches, but my biggest issue is I'm not saying we have to force feed him when it's not working. I think my biggest issue is you're not using him as effectively as I would like to see him be used. Receiving course, fine. CeeDee Lamb looks damn good. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns today, and he had a really damn good first touchdown in the NFL. Got to give a shout out to him. Amari Cooper looks solid. I think that the receiving options aren't bad. The offensive line, this is where I start getting into the issues with this team. Tyron Smith, he came back, looks solid. Terrence Steele was hot garbage. As much as I don't like, I get it. These guys are professionals and stuff like that. And I know I haven't played a lick of football, but I'm sorry. I got to call a spade a spade. Terrence Steele is hot garbage. It took him until literally a forced fumble, which led to 7 points, for them to take him out of the game and replace him with Brandon Knight, which, to be honest, Brandon Knight should have been starting the entire time. Or if you really wanted to, dude, you probably should have put Zach Martin at right tackle. I was very happy to see Tyler Biadasz play. He looked pretty solid for what he did, but it was a result of Joe Looney getting hurt, so it was like a blessing in disguise. Now let's get to the main problem. This defense. This defense is piss poor. We've given up 39, 38, and now 49 points in 3 straight weeks. That's terrible. You can't win games like that. I understand that this offense is doing its thing, but you can't be affording yourself to be put in these holes. We were down, 31 points at half. And the vibes I'm getting from this team is it reminds me a lot of 2013, where the Cowboys had one of the worst defenses in NFL history, yet their offense was trying to keep them in their games. And I honestly think this is going to be a rebuilding disaster year for the Cowboys. And I hate to say that because, again, we still have 12 games to play, but I'm sorry. This team isn't going to do anything the way it's playing right now. Jalen Smith, I'm sorry, bro. You got to go. I don't know. People might get on me for saying that, but I'm sorry. The dude had no awareness whatsoever. He was the reason there was a mistake he had where it led to some points. And then on that, I understand it was at the late point of the game where you can argue the game's out of reach. But, dude, where's the fundamentals? You're supposed to know not to touch the ball when you block it. Like, it's just unbelievable. I understand you want to pick that thing up and run it back to the end zone to get 2 points, but god damn, these guys don't have much fundamentals. Who else? Darian Thompson, he sucks too. And then you finally put Donovan Wilson, and he looked a bit better. But it's just too little too late, and that's the thing that pissed me off. And then, D-Law, he had a couple key plays here and there. But again, it's just no one showed up. No one showed up. Trevon Diggs, he had his. Who was it? Daryl Worley, he's hot garbage. Jordan Lewis looks terrible. And I know I could keep going on. I don't want to keep 1980 waiting. But my biggest issue is this defense sucks. Big time. We have no elite talent on this thing. Yeah, sure, you have some talented guys. I'm not trying to sit. I see some bright spots, you know what I mean? Tristan Hill, he has his moments. Who else? Alden Smith's been something special, well, for now. And Trevon Diggs doing his thing, but I'm sorry, guys. This is looking like a wash season already. And I hate to say that, but I figured that this was going to take a bit of time to come together, but I honestly think that it's just a talent problem. And again, I'm going to point to the coaching staff too, because there were some fundamentals that I saw that were not coached. Special teams wise, you need to know when you're blocking the crap. You got to know that the ball is live. Defensively speaking, there's questions all around Mike Nolan. What the hell are you trying to do, man, with what you got? And again, it's 1 year, and I always am harping back to what I said to start this year. It's a transition year. We don't know what the hell we are to expect from this team. And I saw some people tell me that Jason Garrett would have done better. I completely disagree, especially if we had the same draft, same everything. If Jason Garrett was with this team, we would be 0-4, and I don't even think Jason Garrett's not looking too hot in in New York. So I think honestly the Cowboys just need to. I hate to say it, I'm not a fan of doing this, but I think the Cowboys need to ride this season out, and they really need to reassess who they need to keep on this team and who they need to get off this team. Because ultimately, that's the only way. Listen, McCarthy's here for 5 years, and I know people will say, oh, Space, you were talking about, the Cowboys doing well. I said, well, on paper, they looked pretty good, and I felt and that's my thing. I didn't say they were going to be, amazing, 12. Well, I thought they could be 12-4. Because on paper, they look good, and if everything comes together, that's what I thought they could do. Nothing's come together, man. It's really bad. Really, really, really bad. And I think that, what was it? There was a stat that came out this is the first time since the Cowboys were a team in 1960 where we gave up this many points through 3 games or whatever the hell. So if I'm the Cowboys, I think, if I'm looking at this as, I'm not even looking at this analytically. I'm just looking at this as just a fan. Ride this season out, man. Ride this season out. You're going to have to rebuild this defense, so you're going to have to start from scratch. I think you're going to have to start thinking about who you got to let go, and we'll talk about that. But my soliloquy is over. I don't want to go on forever. But let me ask you this, 1980. Overall, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
I agree with everything you said. I'm hearing a lot of people, I'm hearing them blame Dak. I didn't know Dak played defense. I'm hearing them say, start from scratch. Okay, I get it. It's been 25 years, and we've got some talent on this team on the offensive side of the ball. And, we had talent with Romo and Witten and DeMarco Murray and, so on and so on. And how many times are we going to keep having to start over? Nobody's getting any younger. At least I don't, unless you know something I don't. I'm a little tired of starting over. I remember, those 80s and how bad we were. And then when we first got Troy Aikman, how bad we were. But it wasn't long. It wasn't 25 years. going on 26. You know what I mean? Jimmy Johnson them came in here and boom, boom, boom. We won a Super Bowl in 90, 92, 93. Should have been 94, 95, and so on. So I'm a little tired of hearing that. They need to figure something out now. This was supposed to be, I get it. We get a new coaching staff. I get all that. Oh, we have to be patient. I've been patient for 20. You know how long 25 years is? I've been patient for 25 years. I've been patient longer than that. In the 80s, I was patient. Then I did the Herschel Walker trade. I hate to bring all that stuff up, but I had to paint that picture to try to get some realization of what people be talking about and thinking. Like, really? So you want to start over back to the drawing board and do it all over again? Oh, Dak Prescott, get him out of here. Put, old carrot top, old redhead in there. Man, please. No. If you take Dak away, it's going to affect Coop's game. It's going to affect CeeDee Lamb's game. It's going to affect Zeke's game. It's going to affect really? What is Dak? Dak 502 yards. 48 of 51? That's almost a perfect game. And then he had the interception at the end, but you really don't count those because it's out of desperation and you're trying to get downfield and you're trying to desperately get a touchdown. So, you can get the ball, get close and try to win this game at the last minute. I don't get it. And I'm starting not to care about, people and talking about Dak and all this shit because it's nonsense. But it just blows my mind. This team has, like, before you got on, this team, it has some soul searching to do. It needs a reality check. Defensively. Offensively, I believe we can move the ball. We're scoring 30-something points a game. So I can't say, we don't have an offense at all. There have been times like this game where we didn't score in the second quarter. We didn't score in the third quarter. That didn't help us. But we're able to move the ball and bring the game within. We were down 3 touchdowns. And and Dak himself, single-handedly, not Zeke, Dak throwing those balls. Single-handedly bringing us back in this game. Desperately bringing us back in this game. And they still want Dak gone. Why is everybody looking for somebody to blame? Why is it Dak? What about the defense? I saw so much wrong with defense. I saw missed tackles. I saw so many things. Guys that could have been tackled in the backfield. Alligator arms. Everything. That last play, I talked about that right before you got on. That last play when Odell Beckham, that quadruple reverse and Arden Smith was there. Alligator arms. I'm like, there's something wrong. I said it during halftime, so I said this. I need to take off work and go to a practice because I'm seeing the same mistakes. This is the same shit I've been saying since Romo. I'm seeing the same mistakes over and over and over again. This is leadership. It's bigger. It's bigger than poor execution. It's leadership. I'm just, especially on the defense side, but I'm just talking about defense right now because I feel that our offense is okay. Zeke could be, running a little better. We got some injuries. Lyle Collins, we just found out he's out for the season, hip surgery or whatever. So that's a big blow. And we're making changes to the offensive line and, still, like you said, still played like hot garbage. He was getting ran over. And they brought the other guy in and it got a little better. Dak had a little bit more time to throw the ball. So maybe they're kind of finding themselves, hopefully, at the offensive line. You give Dak time, he'll find somebody. That's anybody. I can sit back there. You give me time, I'll find somebody. But this defense, and I've been saying week after week, you cannot win games with no defense. You cannot, not in the NFL today, because this is a scoring lead. Now, they showed a stat yesterday, I can't remember what it was, that this is the most yards the whole NFL has had, the most passing touchdowns the whole NFL has had ever. I forgot the stat, but I saw it. I was like, damn. So this is a throwing, passing, run up the scoreboard league now. And if you don't have a defense, if you don't have a secondary, if you don't have a pass rush, you're dead. You're doomed. Shango again. I said it a couple minutes ago, right before you came on. It's this one of the smartest Cowboy fans ever. He said that we have the worst defense. He said this is the worst defense I've seen. He said that when we were losing in the first quarter, in the first half, he said Dak Prescott will have over 500 yards. And look, Dak Prescott got 502. I'm just like, whoa, But not having a defense really, really, really hurts this team. There's nothing. We don't have nothing. Nothing. Fundamental. Even Daryl Moose Johnson said it best. He was like, when you look at it, when you're getting scored 30 points and up every game, when you allow teams to score 30, 40 points a game, he said there's some fundamental searching that you got to do. These guys are not fundamentally ready. And that's coaching. That's coaching. When you can't tackle somebody in the backfield, when somebody's right there and you can't grab them, that's coaching, man. That's execution. But say, man, when we miss tackles, dog, we got our asses damn near kicked in high school and college. Those are things that you just don't. There's so much wrong with this defense. And it hurts so bad because it's fundamental shit that we're seeing. It's the little stuff. It's the little stuff like, damn, you couldn't make that tackle, dude, or damn, you jumped off sides, or damn, you couldn't. It's crazy. And I'm just like, we're really, really back to square one with this defense, man.
And I agree with you. Look, man, I can't criticize the offense one lick because I understand that some people might be upset with Kellen Moore and some of the play calling he does, but they started the game as well as I'd want them to. Not talking about defensively, I'm talking about offensively. What is it? They go down the field and CD gets the touchdown and like, oh shit, the Cowboys are in this game. Then they have this 4th down call, which was amazing, and they get a touchdown. I'm like, oh shit, now here come the Cowboys. And it's like, then they just blank, and it's because, again, this is the problem too. When your defense continuously lets up points, and I'm not trying to say that the offense is not perfect, but because think about it. Dak got a strip sack fumble. Why? Because freaking Terrence Steele, being the hot garbage ass self he is, literally gets beat by Myles Garrett. And I understand people be like, well, he's going against Myles Garrett. He's really damn good. Then why the hell is it that he keeps getting, like on the second goddamn play, he got completely toasted? You know what I mean? If there was a problem with the matchup, you could have easily put someone else there, or maybe you should have thought about it. Hey, we're going up against one of the better pass rushers in the league. Maybe we should kick out Zach for another week. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? And again, another thing is that when we look at this offense, Zeke had a really damn good run, and then he fumbles the goddamn ball because he doesn't know how to hold the fucking thing. Sorry, but it's true. I'm just pissed off because it's like, dude, this is what? Like the third goddamn fumble we've had this in what? 3 damn turnovers in 3 straight games. Like, what the hell is going on? And I understand some of them come late and some of them were earlier in the game, but god damn, dude, is it hard for you to hold on to the fucking ball? I'm sorry that I'm cursing up a storm, but it's just, I'm pissed. Because I shouldn't have to be saying the same shit over and over again. You know? I just... Ooh, oh my god. Zeke's fumble cost 2 touchdowns and a kick. Look, man. And I understand that people might be upset, like, hey, Dak might have thrown 4 interceptions. Well, maybe you should have put him in the fucking position to throw that shit. I'm sorry, but it's just, damn. Damn.
Here we go with this. Empty passing stats don't win games. Running does.
Okay, dude, if we were going to run the fucking ball, we weren't going to do shit. I'm just saying. And it's just like, look, man.
This is kind of shit I be talking about.
Yeah, right. And it's like, yeah, sure.
I had to bring this up because this is hilarious.
And it's just like, fucking hell. Like, it's just, I don't know what to say. Look, I'm looking at the stats right here, and I don't give a damn because the Cowboys were like coming back a bit. What
was Dak? What were we supposed to do? What was Dak supposed to be like? You know what? We're losing. I'm not going to throw any more touchdowns. I'm not going to play anymore. I'm not going to throw for 502 yards. I'm not going to do it.
Right. And here's my thing, right? Dak Prescott, he's doing. No, you're good. And it's like my whole damn thing is that You can't. This is exactly what I was saying when Romo was the quarterback. You can't expect him to play perfect every single goddamn game because you're not going to win like this. You can't. Like, you cannot expect Dak Prescott to throw you back into a game when you score 24 unanswered points. And then, like, that's unbelievable. Like, look at this. I think you talked about this probably. You had a net gain of 7 points in the first quarter, 14-7. Then you were negative 24 points, negative 10. So that's a whole of 34 points. 34 unanswered points. 34 in 2 quarters of football. That's disgusting. That's unbelievable. And I was reading up on a stat. Mike Nolan has had defenses. Well, I think this is when he was with Atlanta. I think he was with Atlanta for 3 or 4 years. Now, what was it? His overall ranking was 24, 27, and 28 or 29. So he has not had a good track record. And again, I don't know what happened in those years. I'll have to look back to do just for my homework just to see, is it just they had a really bad defense or was it him? Because the thing I'm trying to get at 1980, I'm not sure if I think you agree with this, is that it's a mix of poor fundamentals and lack of talent. I think that's the biggest issue I'm seeing. You're literally bargain basement shopping at safety, then you're bargain basement shopping at certain parts of your defensive line, and that's no disrespect to some of these guys. I know Everson Griffin can play, but he's not doing well. Dontari Post sucks. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's been showing a couple things here and there. In this game, he looked a bit noticeable. But again, man, yeah, exactly, man. You can't say it's garbage time points. It's just a bullshit excuse. It's like, what do you want him to do? Just lay down and be like, nah, we're done.
Exactly.
Dude,
this is what Dak's supposed to do. All right, Dak, it's fourth quarter, man. We got to win this game. No, man. I'm not going in, man. Put in old redhead, man, because if I get 500 yards, the fans gonna say they garbage points. So I'm not gonna go in and play.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing that I hate so much. Like, could you imagine in the goddamn Super Bowl, Tom Brady sat? Like, I want you to think about this. Imagine if the goddamn Patriots lost that Super Bowl against Atlanta and they were down. Like, let's say like they lost in overtime. Where are you gonna be like, well, Tom Brady, that was all garbage time points. Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Like, what? Again, but look. It's our first year head coach, and everything's like, you have Garrett guys, and then you have Mike McCarthy coming in trying to figure out what the hell he's trying to do with these guys, and it's a disaster because it's like, I really think McCarthy wants to do stuff that he would like to do, but I feel like he can't because he has certain guys on this coaching staff that can't do what they want, or they're not doing their job, depending on the game. And then you have players that just don't look like they're adequate for this team. Like, it's just like, it's a mix of both things, and that's a recipe for disaster. This is exactly what leads to train wreck seasons. And if I'm the Cowboys, honestly, it's like, I don't know if you would want to go to the playoffs like that. I don't think I would want to go to the playoffs looking like this. Hell, even if the Cowboys go on a late run in the season and they make it to the playoffs, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's best for the long term. And I'm not trying to sit here and say we should lose every game. Absolutely not. I don't believe in that shit. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be doing this stuff every single week, I don't know, man. But yeah, I want to. So let me go over a couple stats. I know you went over a couple, but a couple things that highlighted. Again, another game with 500 yards of total offense. The Cowboys. I mean, like, the thing is, when you ask Dak to throw 60 times a game, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not big into like forcing.
Because we don't have the offensive line to consistently run the ball with Ezekiel Elliott. They don't go out there and start calling plays. It's not saying like football. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Dak Prescott is a situational quarterback. Whatever situational, obviously he's gonna call. They got a playbook. He has to follow that playbook. Whatever the offensive coordinator tells them to do. They got offensive coordinators and guys like that, quarterback coaches and all that shit. They don't start drawing plays in the dirt and say, oh, I'm going to hand the ball. You go 5 yards and cut. I'm going to hand the ball off the beat.
Right.
They don't do that. It's a situational game. However the defense is lined up, Dak's supposed to audible or whatever. He sees something different. The center, Biotis, was Travis Frederick back in the day, quarterback on the offensive line, points out blitzes and all those things and different coverage types of the linebackers and all that stuff. And the quarterback has to kind of go off of that. You get what I'm saying? So it's so many things you have to look at. If you don't know football, you're going to get on here and say Dak Prescott sucks.
Dude, I don't know what the hell else to say. It's like my whole thing is that you better hope to Christ Dak does not walk in the offseason. I don't think he will. I don't think he's that kind of guy, but there's still that that's the thing that worries the hell out of me. Let's go on Dire Wolf 08 with the $5. Our defense is horrible. I'm all for getting Earl Thomas, but he wouldn't have done anything to stop the run. Tired of that contract. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sick and tired of playing comeback, kid every single goddamn week. And we see JD with the $10. The game changed when Jalen Smith had that stupid face mask penalty when the Browns were in 2nd and 15. I completely agree with that. Browns went on to score a touchdown, then the wheels fell off for the next 2. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. And I just want to touch on, thank you for bringing up Jalen Smith again. Dude's, I almost cursed again. Dude's, I'm done with him, dude. Yeah. I like his story with the whole coming back. I mean, he looked like he was solid. I'm not, dude, I don't know what the hell you do.
He's better in the 4-3. See, this was supposed to be a 4-3 hybrid defense. But
I think they're trying to do a 3-4 at this point. I'm really feeling that
they're still doing the 4-2-5. We don't have the personnel for it. We don't have the personnel for a 4-3. We don't have the personnel for a 3-4. We got too many injuries. Jalen Smith is not a 4-2-5 guy. He's always on the chase. He's always looked like he's in no man's land. He always in la la land. He's always chasing somebody. He's not always there. He's a pretty good tackler, but once you get behind him in coverage, it's a wrap. He's not good at reading those coverages. When you're at 4-2-5 defense as a linebacker, you're forced to go in coverage, and your front four is supposed to do a lot of work. But guess what? Our front four hasn't been doing anything because we don't have, like you said just a minute ago, we don't have the talent for our front four to do anything.
Right, and that's the problem. I feel like the Cowboys are trying to put together. And let's see, Robbie Radford with the $5, blaming Dak is like pointing out the broken ankle on the same person who broke their neck after a wreck. Exactly. That's a pretty good analogy. But again, like I said, I think the problem is that I feel like Mike Nolan wants to do something with more so of a 3. I have a feeling that's what he's trying to do, but he can't. He can't because, and I think this is the problem, right? If we were still running a 4-3 primary, which we are, but I feel like that he's trying to do other things and he's trying to tell people to do this, that, and a third. My whole thing is I feel like we didn't know what was going to happen with Jason Garrett at the end of his tenure. We didn't know what players we were going to keep. So I think the Cowboys, that's something we weren't thinking about at that time, right? But because now we have a new coaching staff, we're just trying to figure out what the hell we're trying to do. And that's the problem I hate and I understand it's an awkward year and stuff, but dude, they're a team like Cleveland has a new first-year head coach. They're 3-1 because they got their shit together and they have the talent, right? Yeah, you could say, well, they have a bit, more. They're not a talented team. I said, don't act like. Listen, I don't like how people think and Biff with the $5, 1980 always keeping 100, and Dan 42. Dak continues to prove he's a top quarterback. If he has these stats with 3 wins instead of losses, people will be saying he's an MVP. Exactly. But where was I? Yeah, again, you cannot expect the Cowboys to use this as a winning formula. They're still trying to find their identity. I can see what they're trying to do, but again, I think that the Cowboys need to sit back, let this year play out. We'll see what happens. If Dak has another solid year, you're going to have to pay him, and then you're going to have to go from there. You're going to have to decide, listen, offensively speaking, we're fine. We need to go on the defensive side of the ball, see who we need to trade or cut, and we need to get this thing back in gear. I'm not expecting the Cowboys. This is going to take 2 to 3 years to rebuild, dude. It's not going to shit. I don't know.
I'm getting old, man. I can't. You see, my hair is gone. I'm getting old, man. I can't be waiting 3 and 4 years for the thing to go.
But I just want to say this really quickly too. Listen, we could sit here and be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're going to still win the division." But at this point, I'm not satisfied with winning the division. I want to win multiple playoff games. I want to win championships, and this is not championship football right now. Yeah, sure, Dallas might still win the division. Washington lost. I think New York's losing, and who knows? All the teams in the division can lose, and people are all talking shit. And I'm like, dude, there's no time to be doing that when we can't get our act together. We can't, and it's just even if Randy Gregory comes back, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I don't know. But again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's like, what else is there for me to say? I'm trying to be I try to be as optimistic as possible, but after 4 weeks, and now I'm starting to see a trend now. Guys, Dallas is not a good football team. They're at best an 8-8, 7-9 football team. We need to play 4-3 cover 2 style defense if we want to turn it around this season. I mean,
it's hard to do.
It's hard.
Personnel for it. And that's a good. That's why I highlighted it, because that's a good point. Very good point. And I agree, but we just don't have the talent or the personnel for it. We don't, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, running a 4-3 defense at time, a 4-3 hybrid, at times a 3-4. We're supposed to be alternating back and forth. That's not working because we got too many injuries. We don't have the personnel for it, and don't know how to adjust to it right now.
Right. And again, this is the first year with a new head coach. Like, there have been coaches that started off terribly and they kind of turned their thing around. I'm not trying to say that's exactly what's going to happen, but the point I'm trying to get at is that Dallas has a lot of soul searching to do, and I think that ultimately it's going to come down to what they do. Like, and I think that first off, like, this first year with Mike McCarthy was just answering a lot of questions, and it's like, look, it's a lot of like rotating parts that need to be put in certain gears and stuff like that, right? Offensively speaking, Dak Prescott's done very well, and I think that you built an offense around him that works. The problem is you need to give him a defense to make critical stops. That didn't happen in this game. I can at least say in the Seattle game, you made critical stops to get the Cowboys back in the game. But this was an utter embarrassment. I don't want people to tell me, oh, well, you lost to Cleveland and Cleveland sucks. Dude, Cleveland is a solid roster. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I'm sorry, but Cleveland has a solid roster. I said this in my own pregame video. You got to be careful. They have an elite running back tandem. Hell, Nick Chubb was out for the game, and you allowed their third string running back to come in and run all over your goddamn defense.
I was going to say something that you had said earlier. I think the new coaching staff is affecting our defense. Obviously, it is affecting our defense more than the offense. You just said the offense is doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and they are. The offense is okay because we got Kellen Moore. He's used to his guys. We still got the aces from last year.
Right.
Dak and Zeke and, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin and, guys like that. And Kellen Moore is used to it, so he's got a creative playbook now. CeeDee Lamb is in the mix now. So, he's got some weapons to work with. Schultz has stepped up. Bale has stepped up at tight end, done a good job, I believe, at tight end, making big catches when we need them. And but this defense is really suffering because it's a whole new staff with the defense, with the exception of Leon Lett and, guys like that behind the scenes or whatever. But I think the defense is really, really suffering because of that too.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I could talk all day. And again, I just want to say this emphatically clearly. I don't think Jason Garrett would have done any better today.
No.
And that's the thing that pisses me off, because I don't like seeing this recency bias bullshit where people are like, well, if we had Jason Garrett, Jason Garrett would have done better. I find that fucking hard to believe, my friend. Not you said this, but other people. I'm sorry, but this team all around, even if we made all these moves, Jason Garrett would not have done shit. I'm sorry. And it's like, you might say that, oh, Space, you could say that now. Dude, you look at what the hell's going on in New York. You think Jason Garrett looks any better? Seriously. I mean, they have some talent over there, and I get it. He's not the head coach there. But, this could just be a problem where it's like Mike McCarthy's trying to do his thing. And I'm not trying to create excuses for him or this coaching staff, because they have made mistakes, right? But my problem is that with this first-year head coach, we still – and with the – I don't know. It's just there's a lot of questions that are that I've been seeing get answered as we've gone through. Team's not good. The team needs to sit down and be like, okay, we need a plan to get this team back on track. Odds are you're going to have to go through a rebuild like it was in between 2010 and 2013. And I hate to say that because I hate waiting. Like, you're going to end up needing to dedicate a lot of time to putting this team back on the map in terms of a defensive presence, right? And I think that this just comes down to we need time at this point. I hate to say it because I don't listen. I'm 22 now, and 4 years from now I'll be 26, going on 27, and that's a long ass time to be waiting for this shit to come together. And it's like, I hate to say that, but it's like that's just something we need to seriously think about. I do like Mike McCarthy's aggressiveness in certain situations. Some are good, some are bad. I do like the fact that Dak Prescott's made strides as a passer. I do like that he's giving him the full-blown confidence to throw the football. That I do love. That's something that I have. There's some positives to take away with Mike McCarthy being here. My other thing is there are some negatives. He brought in a defensive coordinator who he's known with. he has ties to, and he's not done well to set this thing up. Now, again, I do believe this team needs an influx of talent on the defensive side of the ball, like a very elite talent, and they haven't had that.
Max even started running the ball now. He that pocket closed down. He's running the ball. Didn't he get a rushing touchdown today?
He got a 2-point conversion. Yeah.
Oh,
if you want to count it, yeah, it's basically.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah, and I know people are talking about my age, like, oh, we'll wait 25 years to win a championship. It's like, dude, the problem is that the Cowboys have not had a structured plan for how they want to go about things. They're kind of just like, we're gonna just do the 1980 said we're not getting any younger. Look at his head. I'm not saying like that's the problem. Like, I want to win it now. I'm not saying I'm willing to like be like, oh, we'll come eventually. That's not what I'm insinuating.
Nah, we get you.
But yeah, like it's like, man, it's just stuff takes time to come together, and this is and it happens with every coach. This is the problem that's plagued the Cowboys for 25 years. I know we're trailing off, but we'll go on for 10 more minutes. We'll take a couple questions and we'll go. The problem is the Cowboys have not had a set plan and execution. And this has happened for the past 25 years. You've had coaches that want to do something, they either completely suck, don't know what the hell they're doing, or they have a team that has star-studded talent but just can't put it together, or you have a situation where it's just the team's not good and the coaching staff isn't good. There's been a mix of the three throughout this entire time. Bro, any NFL quarterback can throw for 500 with that receiving core and prevent you. Yeah, I'd like to see freaking Nathan Peterman do that shit, dude. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. But anyways, so if you want to drop your questions, by all means, drop them now. I could try. We could try to answer them.
Yeah, we do the best we can. Hey guys, real quick, man. Make sure y'all. I had like 800, damn near 900 people in here. I got 630 now. Make sure y'all go to Space Cowboy 17 channel and subscribe to my boy, man. Really smart guy. One of the smartest Cowboy fans out there. He's smarter than I am. So, hey, y'all make sure y'all, sub it up to him, man. Show him some love, man, real quick.
Yeah, I sent my link in the chat. If you guys want to go subscribe, by all means, I do not care. If you don't want to, it's your choice. But anyways, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's a rock and a hard place right now because it's like, I don't know. It's like, I have a bad feeling because it's like, this.
Who do we have next?
The Giants. We have the
home, right? So we got 3 home games in a row or something like that.
Yeah, and I said this is what. Yeah, and I said this to begin with. It's like, look, the Cowboys had to come out of this stretch 2-1. And I see. Oh, Robbie Radford, Space Cowboy. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1 to 2 year plan, and that's the thing. The Cowboys need to have a plan, right? If the plan is this, right? Let's say. Here, stay with it because I hate waiting, but I think, yeah, exactly. We've been waiting long enough. But my whole thing is that you need to have a direction with your team. Jimmy Johnson, he needed a direction. Like, okay, what are we doing? Okay, we're going to trade all our assets, build this thing, scorched earth. We're doing this thing all over again, right? Bill Parcells kind of did the same thing. It's just, well, he tried to do the same thing. Every coach has a plan. Like, I mean, the Cowboys are doing that between 2010 and 2013, and it kind of started to peak. But the problem is I'm not saying we have to trade all the assets we have and just start from scratch. What I'm getting at is, hey, we have some good pieces. This is what's bad. This is the problem. We need to go ahead and we need to think, hey, if we end up taking an off year where we go 7-9, 6-10, we get a top 10 pick, we get a guy, and we start influxing this team with solid talent, and then we get back on track the next year. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at, is like this team doesn't I don't know if they have a plan. I don't know if it's just we're going to see what the hell happens, but we're going to try our best to win games. I don't know. But
do me a favor, man, before we start going to questions. I need the injuries on this team.
Sure.
Bring up those injuries real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Go over those, please. Because we're talking about talent. We're talking about execution. Maybe, just maybe, that may be the reason why we're not getting a lot of execution. Now, granted, we were making the same mistakes, week 1 with these guys. But
well, let's take a look.
I want you to go over that injury list real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I know Joe Looney got hurt. He suffered a leg injury. I don't know the severity of that. Lyle Collins, he's out for the foreseeable future, well, for the whole year with the hip surgery. Sean Lee's out. Leighton Vander Esch is out. I'm trying to see because I'm trying to find the.
Leighton Vander Esch is season, right?
No, he's out for 8 weeks when he got hurt in week 1. Let me give him a second.
Season.
Pretty much, especially at this point.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could find it really quickly. Ironically, we're still second in the division right now, unless Philly wins today, which is funny as hell.
Oh my God.
We're 1-3, and we're still. If you think about this, guys, Washington's still winning the division or leading the division at 1-3 right now. That's hilarious. Let me go to the current roster. Okay, let's take a look. So Leighton's out. Jameez Olawale opted out. Sean Lee's out. Blake Jarwin's out. Let's see. Cameron Irving's out. Lyell's out. Anthony Brown's out, and Chidobe's out. So yeah, sure. We could actually point and be like, hey, we're losing. We have 2 corners that are out, right?
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like, it's not an excuse to just like, have guys wide open. I mean,
still gotta execute.
Right, and that's my thing, man.
I just try to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm just trying to find some type of reason, explanation. There's always an explanation to me, and I just try to figure out, maybe it's because, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, it's just this. I don't know. I don't know. Do we have any? Let's see. Any questions in the chat? I don't see any right now. I see Sean. Again, if you want to drop any questions, by all means, we'll take a couple and then we'll head out. But yeah, man, it's just I don't know.
I have a comment. This is probably about as close as.
We shouldn't have been comfortable with Worley, Thompson, Woods, Cheeto, and Brown. Byron was better than all the. Yeah, and I think that's a thing that's starting to bite us in the ass. Is now we're like, okay, we shouldn't have paid Jalen. We should have paid Byron. Yeah. And I think, and that's starting to become a huge talking point now. And again, I have
one of those things that you don't realize it until it's happening. It's easy to say that now, because see, last year we were talking about Byron. I've always thought Byron was an average, consistent corner at best. Right. He wasn't a playmaker, but at least he was there. He's a very athletic guy. At least he was there. Oh, of course we could use him now. But, with going through the offseason, not knowing that we were going to be 1-3, not knowing at all, not knowing. Having a new coaching staff, everything, getting rid of the old play the man, not the ball from Chris Richard, all that pass interference shit every time.
Right.
Not looking back at the ball. We got tired of that. That wasn't working. So now we're trying to go with something that we're hoping going into this season. Before the losses, before we knew we were going to be 1-3. Going into the season, we thought, okay, there's change. We got new teachers in the classroom. We got guys that want to play on the ball. We got Al Harris at cornerbacks coach, Linquist at defensive back coach. These guys are go-getters at the ball. We got Nolan. He's a claim to be this big playmaking type, defensive coordinator, all the swirling around the ball and all this stuff. On paper, it looked good. Now, with no preseason, and now with all the injuries and stuff that we did not know we were going to have, we can't see the future. I hate when people talk about things that's happening now and they didn't know damn well they didn't know that it was going to happen. It's easy to say those things now than earlier. You get what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And that's the thing is just I'm trying to let me go look through this if see any questions. Did Diggs play well in your guys' eyes? I think he played solid. There were some moments he had where it was like okay, but like there are some where it's like perfect balls he couldn't defend. But I think he played all right.
Diggs is a work in progress. He's he's going to be a solid corner in this league. Whether if it's with us or with anybody else, I don't, Dallas Cowboys don't like keeping secondary guys, as you can see. So he'll probably be good here, and then they'll let him go because they don't want to pay him, and he'll go somewhere else and be excellent. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I can see Diggs being a good guy. He plays on the ball. He has pretty good speed. He's aggressive, So I think he'll be okay.
Trey Ford says, why don't you give, I think this is just a general question for everybody, or statement. Why don't y'all give the new coach a year? They're still transitioning from Jason Garrett. I mean, here's my thing. That's a good point, and that's what I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is that it's a transition year from the previous coach to the new coach, and usually new coaches don't really jump out the gate and like win stuff, right? Because there are a couple factors. There's either the team's not good, or maybe they're just trying to find their footing with what they want to do. It's a mix of things. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm spending my hard-earned money to go to a game.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's waiting at the door and say, "Hey, man, before you give me your ticket, don't cheer for the Cowboys. Give them 1 or 2 years. And don't if we lose, don't get mad. Tell that fan that's wasting their money on apparel, hats, concession stands, popcorn, soda crackers, Pepsis, Diet Crystal Pepsi, whatever. Tell that fan that they done drove 2 hours to go to a game. Tell them.
Right.
I get it, but I don't get it.
Listen. Yeah.
I wanted to win today. I wanted to win last week and the week before and the week before. I don't care if it's a transitional week. I want to win. New England had transitional years. They still won. You get what I'm saying? I want to win. I don't want to be like, you know what? Before I go into the stadium and spend my hard-earned money, let me go in here and think and say, you know what? I don't want to win this game. We just got a new coaching staff. So let me just go into this. Man, please.
I'm not look, and I get what you're saying. I'm not saying go out on the football field and lose a bunch of games. I get that. My thing, the main thing I'm trying to get at is that, look, you go out on Monday, Sunday, or Thursday, or whether you play on a goddamn Saturday, to win football games. Am I happy we lost this game? Absolutely not. I'm not happy we dropped 3 games already. I'm not happy that we gave up in 3 straight weeks 38 plus points. Or 39, I don't give a damn. 39, 38, 49. I'm not happy with that. I know what we have right now. And my thing is that you still have the ability to win football games, right? My problem is that if I see, listen, this team is not going anywhere this season, right? I see that. But you need to go out on goddamn Sunday and prove me the fuck wrong, okay? So on Sunday when we go play the goddamn Giants, if we lose to the Giants, I'm about to lose my fucking mind. But I get it. Like, there are teams that absolutely fucking suck in this league. They do. And my problem is we were 8-8 last year. Okay, we need to do better than that, right? My problem is I don't see a pathway for us getting to 8-8 right now, and I understand. I'm frustrated the fuck too. Listen, I haven't seen the Cowboys done shit in my life, okay? This is talking to me from the heart. But my biggest gripe is that what are we going to do? Like, if I know what we have now. We have to try and win with what we have now. My problem is I don't see a path for the Cowboys to have a successful season with the formula they have on the football field. There's no way in hell we're winning any games this season if we give up 40 plus points. You see what I'm getting at? And it's just, I don't know. It's like the only way I can think we can possibly get this thing back on track is we need to go into the draft, whether we got to trade up, whether we have to look and scout and find out, hey, we need to get a top pick. I'm not saying tank. I'm saying, like, we need to do our best to get top-tier talent, do what we can in free agency to get this team talent. And I don't know what else to say, man. I don't. That's just cycle. Like, I'm trying to think about what we can do. I don't know what we can do.
I get you.
I'm sorry. It's just.
It's a tough. I get you. It's a very sensitive topic. It's a tough subject to break down. And I just, it's been 25 years.
Right.
It's hard. It's easy for you. It's easy for you. It's not that easy for me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what you said was wrong. I agree.
Right.
But it's just we're on two different. We're on two different. What's the word?
Two different like. I get what you're saying. I can't even say the word. I'm already in.
Not levels, but we're in two different worlds. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Twilight zones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you remember what you remember. Oh boy, I sure remember what I remember. Yeah, I remember those 3 should have been 4 Super Bowls. I remember that. You get what I'm saying? And to not have that for so long, and to see the same problems year after year over and over and over and over.
Right.
For 25 years, that's a long time. That's a very long time, and I hate to keep saying that, but
no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I think it's two different. People are saying age brackets and age stages, and I'm not trying to be complacent with no success. Listen, I'm not complacent with the shit. I wasn't complacent when we were doing trash with Garrett. Again, I want to reiterate this: is like if you think the Cowboys are going to have a bad season, right? Which, okay, fine. If you think the Cowboys are going to go 5-11, 6-10, that's your thought process, and I'm at that point where I'm thinking it's going to end up being like that kind of shit. But if that's the thing, then you're going to end up having to be like, okay, like I look at it in years, right? Okay, so in 2018, you go 10-6, win the division, win playoff game. Okay, okay, if we make a couple moves, okay, I think we're on the right track. Next year, train wreck, we go 8-8, even though the record says otherwise. It's a messed up year, 8-8. Okay, we regressed. Okay, we need a new coach. We need this. We need to address this. Okay, now we're 1-3. Now we don't know what the hell's going on, and it's just I don't know, man. Listen, there are teams. I'm trying to look at it from a general manager's like long range game perspective because my problem is I don't want to. As a fan inside me, I hate going to watch the game and seeing what we're doing. Right? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the fans. It's a disgrace to the product. Everything. But at the end of the day, we need to know what the hell we're trying to do. If our year is to, hey, we're just going to see how it goes the first year, then we'll make the adjustments. We're going to cut these guys, bring these guys in, fine. But we can't have it both ways. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just there's a lot we need to fix.
Yeah. It's like I said, there's an identity crisis on defense, man. They don't have an identity at all. They don't know who they are. They lack the fundamentals to play this game at this level. And
right.
How many points you score? I'm going to keep saying the same thing.
Right.
Games can't win ball game. And Dak's proven that. Dak's worked hard bringing the team back. You still got to execute. You still got to play. Just because you're losing at the half don't mean, you know what, I don't want the fans to say these are garbage jars, so let me stop playing. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to. They're still going to get out there and play and execute and try to get back in this game. And Dak has done that. Mm-hmm. And with this defense, and then we got within 2 points. We got within 2. And then the defense, alligator arms with Jalen Smith. I was like, what?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man. I mean, basic fundamentals. Like, seriously, they need to put fundamentals on each one of their lives, man. Like, seriously, man. And see, that's why I say I got to go to a practice, man, to see what's going on because something's not right in the discipline bracket. It's just something. Somebody, they make too much money. They make too much money to make the mistakes that they're making. And maybe, like you said earlier, maybe it's the players. Maybe it's we don't have the talent. Everybody's hurt. We don't have the talent.
Right.
And I keep using injuries because a lot of teams have had injuries and able to, win Super Bowls with injuries. But poor effort, man. Just poor effort.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and close this thing out. I'll just finish off with my final word, and then we'll let 1980 close this thing out. Look, I understand. I'm frustrated. 1980's frustrated. We're all frustrated with what the Cowboys are looking at right now. The best way I could look at it is, listen, we just have to – I hate to say this because it's annoying as hell. Lower the expectations and realize this isn't a good football team, and we have to go in week in and week – listen, every Sunday they should win. Based off of how the schedule looks, right? Cleveland was no slouch, don't get me wrong, but next Sunday you have a Giants team that you should take care of business. But if you don't, then that's a problem, right? And again, it's week by week there's a different issue, but more or less. But with what I'm seeing, the trend is Dallas doesn't have a defense. They have a problem with who they have talent-wise on that defense. And I think you need to send a message. I think you need to either trade Jalen Smith, cut Jalen Smith, cut D-Law, or trade D-Law if he's not panning out. I'm sorry. I'm not paying $20 million for a guy that's not doing shit. And I know I saw a stat that said he makes the defense a little bit better when he's on the football field. But I'm sorry, but then if that's the case, then why the fuck is the defense giving up 40 points a game? And I understand it's not fully his fault. It's a full effort type of issue. I get that. But my problem is if that's the problem, then you might as well just go into the draft. You got to get a couple linebackers. I don't know. You got to figure out you got to figure out what you're going to do. I'm sorry, but I really want to try. I love Jalen and his story and him coming back from the injury, but he's not it, man. I know he got that Pro Bowl in 2019, I think. I don't think he deserved that, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think Leighton's amazing when he's healthy, but I don't know how he's going to fit in this system. He keeps getting hurt. This is a terrible defense, man. I would not be shocked if the Cowboys finish this year 6-10 with how they're playing. I don't even know if they'll finish 6. It's that bad. But again, I try to be as optimistic as possible and try to reassure you, but I don't see a path for the Cowboys to really do something this year unless they get their act together. I know they've started off bad some years and they turned this thing around, but this is not one of those years, man. It isn't. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop my link in the chat box. If you guys want to subscribe up to my channel, by all means, if you could hit the like button, subscribe here to 1980s channel, hit the notification bell, that'd be great. We're going to try and do the Lone Star shows on Saturdays now, just because for schedule's sake. But yeah, it's just on the New York, but I don't see a pathway for the Cowboys to really get this thing together.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, man. Space Cowboy 17, guys. Make sure y'all check him out. Brilliant guy, brilliant Cowboy fan. Has a lot of great content. Our Lone Star show will probably be on Saturdays now, so y'all make sure y'all tune in. But last closing statement. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I had over 800 people in the chat. And it seems like when we lose, I get more people, but I get it. It's entertainment, God bless y'all, man. I like to win every game. I approach every game as if we're going to win. I still do the same rituals that I used to do when I played football. I pace back and forth. I get my drink. I put on my shirt, my Cowboy shirt, like I'm putting on my uniform. I get mentally ready. I get zoned out. And my wife, she leaves me alone for a couple of minutes because I sit in the chair and I rock back and forth. I get in a zone. I try to get my mind to another place because that's the way you have to be as a player because you're putting your body on the line, for us, for your city. You're a representation of your city. Regardless of where you're from, you play for the Dallas Cowboys and you're representing the city and the state of Texas. We've been losing. I'm going to say, because we haven't been in the Super Bowl. We've been losing for 25 years, going on 26 if we keep this up. I understand transitional years. I understand the new coaching staff. I understand all that. But I like to win, too. We still got to, like Robbie said in the comment section, we still got to compete. You still got to go out there and compete. You don't lay down. Oh, guys, we got new coaching staff, so let's just lay down and just let this be an easy year for us and tank. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's not the way you do life. So I like to win every game, and I like to be on top. I like to know that we can get better. Even when we win, we're going to critique how we can get better at negative things that we saw throughout the game, even if we win. And that's just how we are. We're fans. We want to win. You play the game to win. You don't play the game to lose or tie. Last time I checked. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. I don't want to talk too long because we're ending the show. But once again, thank y'all, man. Hopefully we'll have a better week next week with the Giants. I don't know. It's a box of chocolates all over again. You never know what you're going to get with this game coming up. So I can't say, we're going to win this game. The Giants are going to come in confident because guess what, guys? they see our weaknesses. Their scouts, their coaching staff is watching this game. They're watching the Atlanta game. They're watching around. They're watching. They're watching. That's what they get paid to do. And they're going to do the same thing that these teams have done to us. So I can't say, oh, this is an easy win. We're at home. I thought this about I take that back. I didn't think. I was like, the video I made yesterday, I was like insecure already. But anyway, guys, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Thanks for joining us. Holla back. We out.